a confusion of babel, indecipherable uncorrected horror. When critics first heard Beethoven's 1825 gross fugue, many were bewildered by the barbed wire intensity of its contrapuntal writing, its uncategorizable form. Now it is considered a masterpiece, and it is testament to the music's emotional and intellectual power that Lyon Opera Ballet have dedicated an entire program to it. In Trois fugues, the company brings together a magisterial trio of choreographers, Lucinda Childs, Anne-Theresa de Keersmaeker and Maggie Marin, and with each of their highly individual settings we hear, see and feel Beethoven's fugue in fabulously different ways. Lucid precision, Lucinda Childs' piece for Trois fugues. Photograph Bernard Stofflet. At moments you hold your breath in disbelief as the dance rides out the most tempestuous passages of the score. The opening version is by Childs, and true to form she opts for a comparatively restrained recording. No musical credits are given, using her 12 dancers to map the formal structures of music with characteristically lucid precision. Childs is at her most elegantly classical, deploying a barefoot ballet lexicon of low arabesques, skimming jumps, and gliding turns to drive the kaleidoscopic patterning of her choreography. But there are moments when you hold your breath in disbelief as the dance rides out the most tempestuous passages of the score, and there's a quietly affecting sense of grace under pressure as the cast unite to sustain order within that storm. Anne-Theresa de Keersmaeker's worked for Trois fugues. Photograph Bernard Stofflet. De Keersmaeker uses a far grittier recording, and her dancers' ballad-up fists and bunched-up falls, their helter-skelter runs and leaps engage the choreography in a far more dynamic tussle with Beethoven. There are only 2 women in the cast of 8, dressed like the men in dark suits, and the brilliance of the performers and the choreographer is to foreground the logic of the music with forensically thrilling clarity, even in the boisterous visceral clamor of the dancing. Of the 3, Marin's setting is the sparest and most nakedly emotional. From the outset the music feels like a deadly force of nature against which 4 female dancers are locked in a desperate battle. As the women shiver and shield their eyes, are felled to the floor and stagger back to their feet, it's a harrowing but beautiful dance for survival. It also forms the perfect conclusion to one of the most exhilarating, uncompromising evenings of dance I've seen in ages. Marin, a devotee of Beckett, gets to the very essence of struggle in Beethoven's fugue. "You must go on, I can't go on, I'll go on."